Alright, let's get into some gameplay. We are going to start out with some of the decks that they gave us and then work to build through and create our own decks. I'm not above net decking, just want to make sure that's clear. I think it's just a great way to find decks that actually work instead of toiling around, and especially when we're working with limited resources here. I mean, we only have 15 wildcards and none of them are the good kinds yet, so before we get started, let's open up our packs. So I went through and got through all the packs that they give you when you start a new account, as well as anything that we might have earned doing the quests before we could unlock this Spark Ranked to keep moving up. So let's rip some packs, hopefully get a bunch of wild cards, and then we can make some choices from there. Alright, so now that we ripped through all those, we can see our final result here. 27 common, 29 uncommon, 11 rare, and 4 mythic wildcards. Not too bad. And a little bit of vault progress for some reason, which, you know, we'll take. That is not the worst thing I've ever seen. Alright, so we got through our starter decks, we got through color challenge. Let's get through this sparked ranked and work our way up. Playing Chitora 98. No clue what that means, but you know, best of luck to them. Good enough keep. We got some 1-drops. We got a 2-drop. We have our claws out, which is going to be our all-star here. So I think we're in pretty good shape. What do we want to do here? They haven't played anything. I think I want to play the Thespian, so let's start with that. And we'll plan on playing the Temple next. Don't need another land, and we're off. Oh, and they just play a really good card. Ha! Well, let's see if we can get them with it. Just trade our Worry Thespian. I doubt it, but that would be pretty sweet if we could. I like the Stonewing Marshal, so we're going to keep that. We're going to attack before anything happens. Probably not. Actually, with keeping one on top, we can save that with, like, save our Worry Thespian, since we're not really getting value out of the Surveil, but I'd rather just play the drops. We're missing out on a life, but that, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't really matter. We, in this deck, have plenty of ways to gain life, so not too worried about that. Oh, that's fun. Okay. So Johnny's Pride's mean, but somewhat worse, I guess. I'm not entirely sure which way, better or worse, but we're off. Alright, let's see what they want to do here. I think we want to just Giant Growth. Save our claws out for when we have as many cats on the battlefield as possible. So we'll swing in for 5 there and play our Dawning Marshal. So now we got some air support. They have their Cat Collector, which is a good card, but we draw land here, we get to Banishing Light. They're Inspiring Overseer most likely, and swing with the team. Hope that's enough. They can create a cat from this food, we'll see. I mean, this is a new player most likely, so not too worried about that. Our life total doesn't matter, so they can attack with that all they want. Alright, untap land. Ooh, there we go. Now we are cooking with gas. How do I want to play this? Probably Banishing Light to start here. I don't love this play, but we're trying to alpha strike them here with everybody. So let's see how they block. Hopefully spring the trap on them, and that will win us the game. Math is for blockers, so I didn't really count here, but that looks like 12. Looks a lot like 12, and who knows what they're actually... Oh, that's fine. And we get the pump with our Dawning Marshal next turn anyways. Giant Growth, we can keep that. And just hope that something can get through here. Maybe that wasn't a keep. That might have been a little fast, but... we're going to get rid of that because it doesn't get its trigger next turn anyways, so not really super worth it. They're gonna hold back because I have to, and I will... Oh, we're in an awkward spot now. So they can crack their food in game 3 and make a guy. So we're just gonna swing in with this Dawning Marshal. I don't think swing in with the Savannah Lions would be any good here. No, don't do me dirty. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just crack your food and call it a day. Okay, okay. Don't know what the deck has really, so I'm flying pretty blind here. Just hoping they don't have anything that beats me early at this point. And that's not good. Okay, we're still in it, but we need some help now. And a Plains. Do we play it? Yeah. Might as well, and you know, whatever he attacks with, whatever they attack with, we're gonna let it happen. So this is always my least favorite part when of playing aggro, is when you run out of steam and you're just sitting there hoping for some top deck that actually means something. This doesn't mean nothing, but let's see. So we'll make it a 4-3. We can take out either the Cat Collector or the Sanguine Siphoner. Probably not good enough. So we'll just put it on our line and wait a turn, basically. If they try to attack now, it's pretty pointless. Oh, that's tough. That's not what we wanted to see. Now they're gaining 1 life every turn. We probably lost this one. And creating a cat, yeah, that's probably it for us. Yep, we're just gonna call it. Try again. Alright, that was a game 1. Not great, but you know, we will take our beating here and move on. And now we're against Victrickster. Probably said that wrong, but you know, that is how it goes. Yeah, I can see it. Victrickster. Just waiting for my opportunity to play someone as low level as me. So they kept 7. This hand is kinda bad. So let's ship it back and find something better. Okay, I like this a lot better. We'll play the Leonin on turn 1 most likely. Probably don't want 2 unicorns, and this Angelic Destiny is going to be our finisher. As kind of our 1 mythic in here anyways. So, bye-bye duplicate unicorn. We'll see you in a couple minutes here. So this, as the person on the draw, I think just playing a 1-drop is helpful. We can draw another untapped land and just kind of keep going. We're not in a rush to hit our 3rd land, so if we do draw an untapped land, we're probably going to play that and play our Dawnwing Marshal here. So I think getting through that should be easy, and we'll see if we can actually win this game though. They're using Marvel cards, so regardless of how you feel about it, they've built an actual deck as opposed to us who's rocking with whatever Wizards gave us here. Oh, free win. Give us the timeout. I'll take what I can get here. All right. Honestly, at this point, a free win is fine by me. We're just looking to get out of this tier and start working our way up to Mythic. It's currently July 17th, so there's still, 13 days or so left of the season? 13, 14 days left of the season, so we have a chance to get to Mythic in our first season. Unlikely, especially since I'm planning on playing this no more than an hour a day, but we'll see where we can go, and if we get close, the hour a day thing might have to change. Alright, just give me the win. Or maybe not. Okay. I thought it was always on that second no response that they time out and lose, but maybe it's a 3rd one here, or maybe they're just trolling us a little bit. Trying to milk their camera time. Who knows? So when we do, we have options here on this next turn. If they play some dork, we're gonna play our unicorn. If they play something that we need to kill, we're gonna felling blow it. I don't think even if we have an untap that we would play the Angelic Destiny. I don't think it is helpful enough to have just one massive target on one of our creatures, so we're planning for this late game. Let's finish them off, get a flyer that pounds through the last six-ish points of damage or something like that. And we win. Woo-hoo! First win on the account. Against Tonator. Who doesn't love cars? And we are on the draw again. No creatures, but a good mana base. They kept 7, but we're gonna ship that one back. This looks like a good 1, 2, 3 curve. Hopefully we draw, honestly, with the Anthem, more creatures. So we can keep this, ship our tap land back. We don't need that. We have both our colors. And a 1, 2, 3 drop. So yeah, again, goal of this is to get to Mythic eventually without spending any money. The arena economy is kind of crazy. Everything seems a bit out of whack, and they just want you to spend more and more money on it. I get it from a business standpoint, but from a competitive and fun standpoint, having the constant, oh, you need to buy more gems, not fun in my opinion. So let's see if we can do something without buying gems. See how free to play this thing actually is. Ooh, alright, we're facing a Strixhaven deck, I guess, in some manners. So I like to attack here first. We're going to play this regardless, but it's better to at least pretend that we could have a combat trick of some sort. Throw on the... That's fine. We'll take the trade and keep moving. I think this Regal Caracol, however you want to say it, I think this is probably our best creature in our deck with all the cats, and creates 2, gives everything +1/+1. That with our Anthem here, all of a sudden we get 2 3/3s and a 4/4. Pretty darn good if you ask me. So it looks like we will be playing that next turn. No attacks and pass. Oh, that's less fun. Yeah, so I was gonna make everything of all of the cat tokens a 4/4 and our card a 5/5. So that would have been a nice to have, but at the end of the day, we're still playing this. We're still getting our 3/3 life linkers, which I don't know about you, but that's pretty alright by me. So it looks like they played a Burrow draft at some point and just kind of called it from there. Not entirely sure. With the Hungry Graphalon and the Wander-Offs and Mindful Biomancer. Don't know why they're picking Obzon here, but you know. I guess you're in the second, or the best color pair and then the worst. You know, couldn't make up your mind which way to go with it. Who knows? Let's surveil, don't need a land, easy decision. We'll play this pre-combat, so the reason we're playing it pre is so that we get this trigger and gain a life. And then we'll gain 4 more. So, as of right now, we are in a spot. I'd say we're probably not in the best spot, but there is still a lot of game left here, and we're just going to let that Hungry Graphalon attack as long as he wants it. If you want to attack, be my guest, you're going to take some damage on the way back. Yeah, so now I think we're going to hold this plains, gain our life, and pass the turn. We're not really looking to block here. I don't think blocking really achieves that much. Maybe we do with the... No, we have our Alpha Strike, our Cat's Claws, or whatever it's called, the +2/+2 to everything. So we're going to try to keep a big board presence, go as wide as we can for as long as we can. Hopefully that works out for us. Off to Snoop. Alright. So it looks like they just drafted, and hey, let's throw all our draft cards into a deck. Which, if you're going to pick a set, Strixhaven is one of the better ones. Ooh, and there is the good card. So now we for sure aren't blocking, since they would draw a card if we kill anything. And they didn't give us the chance anyways. But we were not blocking there. This is a somewhat tough decision. Probably these two, just to put in our biggest guys. And the tokens are okay, they're just not really super helpful here. So I think we will block. We'll kill the Nauseous Newt with the token if it attacks. We'll kill the Essence Nut Scholar, obviously, if it attacks. And I think we'd kill the Pest as well. So anything that can single block and we get the better of, or trade directly 1-to-1, we will block like that. That was poorly timed, so they should have waited, attacked with the Pest, and then done their follow the Lumerets. But I guess they weren't thinking of attacking with the Pest and just sacking it, draw a card, plus follow the Lumerets for 2, so not entirely sure what they're doing there, but we'll see, I guess. I think we have to get rid of the Graphlon. I don't love using Banishing Light on it, but it kind of is what we have to do here. But on the good side, we do have 2 solid attackers. I'm good trading my Wary Thespian for whatever they want to throw in front of it that it would trade with. Same with the Leonin Vanguard. I think trading these off is perfectly fine here. I know we have the Alpha Strike, but I just need gas at this point. And clearing up their board when they don't get to draw a card from it dying is helpful, I would say. I'd rather trade like that instead of waiting until they attack and then trade, and that just gets messy. But now here's the time. This is our moment. There's a couple cards that help us. Additive Evolution for them is not one that we were looking to see. That is pretty terrible for us. Since now... oh, that's gonna be it. I am conceding. I don't see this going well. Turns out Foundations is a worse set than Strixhaven. So let's write that down. Remember that Strixhaven is not the set that we want to be going against. So we have our first deck. There's going to be improvements that we could make. We have some wild cards to play with, but for now we are just going to go stock list. The point of this deck is to play the Optimistic Scavenger and throw a bunch of auras all over and enchantments all over the battlefield and just beat them down after that, really. So this would like to be on the play, but all things considered, this is fine. I do think that we play the Cheeky Mouse first, just because we then can play our Scavenger with protection, instead of just throwing our Scavenger out first. Then we have to wait on turn 2 and that they don't have protection, or don't have a kill spell, which it's still low level, but well, they're playing green, but we're not going to risk it here. Let's just throw our mouse out, throw Savannah Lines, 2-1 for 1, just start there and keep it moving. I'm going to play the Scavenger first because if I need to use this, I'd like to get the +1/+1 counter on it. And we are just going to sit here from there. So green typically doesn't have removal spells that are really going to do too much against... the removal spells don't really hit without a creature. So most of them are fight spells. There aren't really... It's fight or kill a flying creature. Neither of our creatures have flying yet, although we could give them that with the Feather of Flight. For now, we are going to stay where we are. Alright, let's... this... I think Sheltered by Ghosts here is actually pretty helpful. That gives us some protection on our best creature and lifelink, and takes care of their mana ramp, and they concede. Nice and easy. So there's one. For this, I think we're going to start with the Optimistic Scavenger this time, and try to go into a Seam Rip plus Ethereal Armor or play our Spellbook Vendor. We're gonna see how it goes from there. Black-white, but it's tapped, so it looks like they're playing one of the original decks or something slightly upgraded. So they shouldn't really have anything on turn 2 that can hurt us too bad, and they did not. So with where we are, I think does playing Ethereal Armor actually do anything here? I think it does. Or would I rather have the Spellbook Vendor? I think I'd rather activate this right away. So I'm going to Ethereal Armor. This guy. Or that's a woman. I'm going to Ethereal Armor her and play out a mouse. I'm not too worried about protection knowing that this is a starter deck, so I'm not playing around kill spells right now, whereas normally I probably would. So that was another good opportunity for them to get a counter right away, and they chose not to. I think it's really going to be a pretty easy matchup for me then. And we're just going to spread the damage out in case they do have a kill spell, and since the Ethereal Armor puts a pretty big target and we don't have any protection on our Optimistic Scavenger, let's level up our mouse a little bit here. This card, the Origin of Spider-Man, is the way that we get a lot of our kills, since it gives you double strike, and we have flyers or the ability to make things flying, and that really helps with getting the job done, really. So here, I think we're gonna spread it out even further and give our spider some counters, or we will not. We're actually gonna just give it to the mouse since they played a 3, and then we will Ethereal Armor. When this deck starts going, it gets pretty crazy here. Then we'll play the Spellbook Vendor, playing 3 combat so that we can pay 1 and do this. What do we want to give the aura to? Probably the mouse. And then we're going to do that and swing in. We win. Don't need another one. They can't beat this. That was another quick game, nice and easy, and now we're just waiting for them to realize that they're dead. Alright, that is 3 down, 7 to go. Can't be a ladder climber if I have no ladder. So right here, we need that second land and 2 Feathers of Flights. This hand isn't keepable. We're only playing 20 land, so we actually need our lands to come in. we need enough. We really are looking for 2 lands here. I think we're gonna risk it and just keep 1 creature for now. Load it up and hope that was the right decision. It looks like it is so far with the drawing of a second mouse. Here I think the play is to Seamrip. 20, equip 4. Okay. So Giant gets +1/+0. Yeah, I think I can Seamrip. And I think I like playing a second mouse here instead of playing an Ethereal Armor right away. I just worry with getting targeted, and red does have good removal, usually damage based, so we're not really at a point yet where we can get through all the damage. Okay. Let's Feather of Flight one of these mice first. Ooh, and we draw our best card. We will wait a turn for Ethereal Armor then. Let's attack. If they want to block, they can. I don't think they would. Oh. Maybe they will. And they will. Okay. They won't. Okay. That makes way more sense. They're probably trying to do something with this that at the end of the day won't matter, but they don't know that yet. Both their equipment aren't really good equipment to have until they get this. Double damage. That seems pretty good. Unfortunately for them, I think they just lose here. Maybe not. Does have first strike. 1, 2. I can't attack with that either, can I? Okay. We are gonna play it slow here. We're just gonna attack with our big guy. Hopefully take some damage back here, but we're gonna play our Shard Mage's Rescue, and that should do the trick. That stagger ability is pretty good. So we're playing a Final Fantasy deck now with some Marvel thrown in for random equipment. Interesting choice, but you know, doesn't seem too bad for us. On these aggro decks, you're always worried about life gain, but with how we're currently set up, I am not. We can take 4 here, and it's not that big a deal. So take 4, they gain 4. And we get 1, 2, 3 life for when we play our Shard Mage. So, or we gain 3 attack for when we play our Shard Mage rather. So we are still in good shape, I think. Just to prove it, we're going to do that and hold 1 back. So if they do gain a life, we are still winning. There it is, nice and easy. Win number 4, complete. 4 of 10. So we do have a couple options once we get to the right amount of coins. So on the play here, I don't think this is good enough. So what, we're cheeky mouse into, if we draw land, we're golden. You know what, we'll keep. We'll have some fun here. Keep a risky one. We play the mouse and hope that we draw a land or good things happen, I guess. We also have a seam rip for any turn 1 plays that we don't want to really play against. Didn't find it. We're going to hold on to the Shard Mage's Rescue here, just because in case they have a removal spell or a bounce spell, which in blue, most likely a bounce spell. We'll take the Hexproof and... oh, blue-black. So there might be a removal spell coming here. This could turn into a blowout pretty quickly once we get underway here. So there we go. That's why we kept it open. Don't tell me you have another thing. Oh, just an opt. Okay. Okay, we are fine. Opt is not a problem. Stab, we have hexproof, so we are good there. I think they could have murder, maybe? I didn't pay attention if they kept top or bottom. I don't really care. We're just gonna play our armor. Now you need a true removal spell to get rid of this. And hopefully we can draw our land here this next turn and start playing some Feather of Flights. And draw into more land at this point, really. That's all I'm looking for. Didn't find it. But we did find another Ethereal Armor. Our best aura in the deck. Second best. I would say Shard Mage's Rescue is probably our best, but Ethereal Armor is pretty daggone good. Temple of Defeat, Scry to the top. That does matter, but if they don't have a kill spell, it doesn't really. We are looking to beat them this turn. So hopefully we can draw land into Feather of Flight. Otherwise, if they play something that is that doesn't actually help me. And it's not seam rippable, so we are stuck here. We're going to look to play the Origin of Spider-Man then. They have to block this and somehow come up with 2 removal spells, so I'm still not worried. Next turn we can, if they do remove the mouse, we're gonna get a +1/+1 on the spider, give it flight, so that's 4, they're down to 1. We can find 1 damage somewhere. This deck is just all about getting to 1. Get your opponents to 1 as fast as you can. And it continues. I think they're realizing that they basically can't win here and trying to do some math. Give them some time, and I'm assuming they're either going to play something that doesn't matter or we're just going to win here. That's fine. We're just going to attack with both because there's no reason not to. And it just gets them down to 1. The splashback spell doesn't do anything here. So let's start with our draw card. Give me something good. It did not. And they have to block 13-12 or they lose immediately, so they will, and they go down to 1. So Seam Rip doesn't really do anything here. It would buff our mouse by 2, but it's already at a point where they need to chump block it and we can't really give it trample. So we are not worried about that. They need 2 removal spells here with 5 mana. Unlikely. And I think we just have this one. So our deck can beat the starter decks. That's what I'm learning here. And can beat them in convincing fashion, which I'll take. That works for me. That isn't going to help them very much. They have a stab. That gets rid of our spider most likely, but it doesn't do much about the mouse. And they need a 1 mana. They need a bounce spell, which I don't think they have. But we are about to find out together. I don't like doing it, but we're going to hit them with a your go. Alright, they opt. That is going to be game. Game. And we will just take our victory. Easy. Alright, that's win number 5. And this deck is now 4-0. So, we're taking a real deck against starter decks, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to grind up here as fast as possible. So no mercy until we're really never mercy, but for now, no mercy for sure. Just trying to get it done. Match number 5. Finally, we outrank somebody. We might have outranked the last person. I wasn't paying attention to that. Bear Willie in Gangnam? Ooh. That's one that I shouldn't even try. We'll call him Willie for short. So Willie's our opponent. Best of luck. We'll throw a good game out there. We're gonna be a good sport before punishing them for playing today. Stomping ground? Okay. And a starting comp? Okay, so we're playing someone somewhat seriously, so I'll change our strategy just a little bit. But we're gonna play our spider, has ward 2, which is good, and then when it's modified, so once we play an aura on it, it will gain flying, which is even better. Let's see what they got here on turn 3. They haven't done anything yet. And they play an MTG Arena. So that has flash, so they didn't have to play it now. They chose to, which probably is a mistake, just because I don't want to let them draw a bunch of cards here. And I need to play an aura anyways. And Sheltered by Ghosts, we'll take that in a heartbeat. And now we have our Shard Mage's Rescue, for if they try to kill our Skyward Spider, because if the Spider dies, they get their entity tracker back, which we do not want to happen. And since it looks like they're going to be playing a bunch of colors, oh, that's fine. That was fine. Okay, let's do some math here. Some quick back of the napkin math. So we're at 3. This gives us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 4. I think that's just lethal. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So we will not even mess around. We're just gonna win the game. GG's, and we are now 5-0. I probably went overboard, but I don't want to be in these fake tiers. Give me to bronze. We're gonna go bronze to mythic this season, but we have to get to bronze first. Thomas, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're going down here. And Sanderson. It's unlucky today. Ran into the buzzsaw. That is Ladder.Climber, free to play. Alright, so they're playing Simic, which doesn't really mean removal in my world. So let's do the scavenger first. We don't need the mouth. We're not afraid of anything. Watch as it gets killed here, but oh, that's fine. They're not gonna block with that. Well, they might, but I think that's because it makes yeah, they wouldn't block with that. I think that's probably the last time for a while our scavenger's gonna be blocking, but that is the way it goes. Oh, they have a trick of some sort. It's likely a instant speed draw 2. So we are just going to attack with the spider. Really. We do not need any more land. We are landed out. Ethereal Armor with the Spellbook Vendor gets really good when you have a bunch of creatures with their aura rolls on them. We also have the Mice, which I'll play if I have a reason to. They can't return our Spider, which is another reason that I feel more comfortable attaching stuff to it, because at the end of the day, it's fine. It doesn't need much. Alright, and we drew an Ethereal Armor, and they gave up. So, there we go, 6-0. Alright, and we are against Dobert? Let's go with that. I thought it would be easier to pronounce names as they come up, but it's proven more of a challenge than I initially thought. So maybe that's the last time. Maybe that's not going to be a common thing that we do, but at least for now, I'm getting punished for trying. Once again, playing a green player, we feel fine throwing our Scavenger out to start. Not too worried. There could be a fight spell, a bite spell, but unlikely. And if they do, they kind of wasted their second turn doing that, and we can just play another one. So we are going to play Optimistic Scavenger number 2, and we are going to Seam Rip. The thing you get worried about playing these kinds of decks is your opponent just kind of running over you, so we don't want them to be playing big creatures since we have relatively small creatures so far. I don't think we need to optimize damage here, that our deck is fast enough and we can play a little more cautiously for now, so we're going to spread out the 1/1 counters. Next turn we're looking for a Skyward Spinner into Shard Mage's Rescue to buff up our team, so looks like we're in a pretty good spot. This is why we didn't just load up one. Try to avoid that. Would have been nice if we were on the play and we could we actually had counterplay to that, but I think it's fine. We're gonna run a gambit here. See how badly they want to block. So if they do block, we will Shard Mage's Rescue, and if they don't, we will play our Skyward Spider. Alright. Okay. Figured something. What I did. You can climb the ladder if you don't have anything. Or at least responses to somewhat easy decks to play against. So this is going to be our last turn that we're vulnerable as well. So our Skyward Spider is really what we're trying to keep alive for sure. If we lose one of our Scavengers, we lose one of them. That's fine. And they play a Reacher. You hate to see it. Okay. I assume at some point they're going to up their Librarian, but that isn't what we need right now, so I'm not too worried about it. We're just gonna pump the Spider. We're gonna hold on to the Rescue, so we have something to do next turn as well as just protecting the Spider, because then it would be we'd get another +1/+2 from this plus Ethereal Armor, so that puts you at 8 plus 2 more counters to 10. So we have some draws that win us next turn, but not too many. I think we need exactly just something to get rid of the Sentry here, the Reacher, if they don't block. If they do block, we probably would just see another Ethereal Armor, and that would get the job done. So we're in a winning position here. I'm not super worried. We could really use our Exile spell, though. I immediately forget names if they're not in my hands, or on the battlefield. So I forget what that one's called, but our 2 mana gives us lifelink +1/+0, and we could just exile their reach creature and win the game from there. So there's a scenario here where we play the Shard Mage's Rescue. I think we're going to save whatever they try to kill. We're at 19 life, so an attack here doesn't matter. We'll let it through. We'll go down to 12 if they attack all, and then if they pump this, we just win. So, not too worried. I think at the end of the day, we have this one in the bag. We just need to play cautiously and make our way through. We should have no problems from here on out. Another thing we can do here is we're going to wait. If they don't make us use it, we'll wait until we attack. Hopefully they let 6 damage through again. And then we Shard Mage's Rescue and buff our guy. I don't love it with blue having so many counter spell. Well, not counter spells. It would be a bounce spell. That screws us up pretty good. So maybe we play it cautious and just don't even risk it if they're not tapped out. If they are tapped out, though, we have options. Interesting. Don't think that actually helps. So I'm just going... It doesn't help pre-combat. We still win if they decide not to block this. We're just going to play cautious. If they do try to bounce this, or fight kill it in any way, they do try to block this, or double block, or somehow find a way to kill this, which with first strike it wouldn't be blocking, but if they find a way to kill this, we will Shard Mage's Rescue, whatever spell sends it back to our hand, or a fight spell that would kill. I think the Marble 3 mana fight spell that doubles the power would kill. Ooh, those are fast clicks. I don't think they have anything. We're gonna go for it. Alright, and we won. Doing exactly. I thought I wasn't gonna do it. Did it anyways. We're climbing, baby. Well, clearly I didn't, but I swear, I knew the answer to the question. What spell won me the game there for sure. Oh no. No, don't do it. Play 1-drop. It's much better to play a 1-drop here. Oh, I'm holding my breath. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That was way scarier than it had any right being. We're just holding up. We don't want to lose this. Especially since we can Spellbook Vendor. Next turn, as long as it has a counter, I can attack. Okay. I think that's fine. Let's... Oh yeah, we have Seamer. I don't actually love Seamurfing here, but doing this is just going to be more efficient in the long run. We have another Spellbook Vendor. So I'm not too worried about it. If they want to kill the Scavenger, they can. We just play another one of these down and we are back in business, back where we need to be. The whole 9 yards. Oh, that's less fun. Yeah, I guess this is probably the best card there for me. So we're gonna play another good card for me. Who do I want? Okay. to play. Yeah, I don't care about the Spellbook Vendor at the end of the day. So we are going to risk it here. Give it to yourself. We're gonna buff up our Scavenger. I think just having higher toughness on more creatures is never a bad thing, especially in this case. So what's our plan of attack from here? Spellbook Vendor. As well, I don't love that. We are just waiting for the double strike and hoping to draw something that benefits from it, really, this next turn. Okay, intimidation tactics. They didn't have anything that helped them. Okay. We're so back. We never left, but we're so back. So since we get the double trigger, we are once again black, known for untargeted removal, I would say. But we're going to attack them and spread out our damage. Is Sheltered by Ghosts the card that I think does anything here? Yeah, it could be. We have a Spellbook Vendor anyways, so I think just having removal if something gets in our way is helpful here. Oh, they just gave up. And the Horned Serpent. Now that's a name. Love it. We're playing Ashiok. This is our ticket out of here. And into the real world. Or at least the real digital world. The real arena economy world. Yeah, not my smoothest moment. Ooh, Overgrown Tomb untapped. I don't like the look of that. Okay, I don't know. No, this is fine. Death Touch whenever another creature you gain a life. That was in Lorwyn? I don't even remember that. That seems like a pretty dang good card. Whenever another creature you control enters, gain a life. So, somewhat of a Soul Warden effect, plus 1/1 Death Touch. So I think we're gonna just play a big Lorwyn player here, which is fine. Thinking on it, I'm kind of hoping they burn some removal here. Ooh, they don't want to kill it. What would I rather play here? They could be messing with removal here, but I just don't think they would. Maybe I'm an optimist, but I also just kind of want to play some creatures, get the game moving. Champions is a perfect fun card. I don't remember Lorwyn all that well. Remember it happened and I played a bunch of it, had a good time. Remember it was a fun set in draft, but could not tell you. See, there's our fight spell. Good with Death Touchers, as most things are if we're being honest about it. With playing these colors, I just kind of... I think we're going to spread it out, but I do need to keep moving quickly. I remember the Elves deck being very good back in the Lorwyn Eclipsed time frame, so we are about to find out. Oh, Mercant's Loyalist, that's fine. Elves getting more is fine. We have First Strikers now. That was another reason I did it, was for the First Strike aspect of it. I don't think we really care about the Emissary. I think I care more about your card selection engine. And they can get Elves back later, but that's less relevant. Get you down to 1 if you don't block. Target Elf. Ooh, Champions is perfect. Okay. Lifelink and win that. Okay, so you got another elf out of the deal. It's fine. No life gained. Now you have 2 elves in here for when the Loyalist dies. What we really need is our Feather of Flight. That would win us here, most likely. Especially since it's flat. Oh, jeez. That's not good. That's worst case scenario for us right there. I'm just going to attack though, and then hold up for removal spells in the future. Yeah, fine. You can attack me all you want. We're holding this for a removal spell, which I assume is coming. No. Oh, attack all. And then give me a Sheltered by Ghost. Dang. So close. It's fine. We'll take our 4. My turn. It is my turn. Okay, that's fine. I think you want to double block there just so that I don't. Well, maybe that doesn't really help. Since it would go down to 2. Yeah, it wouldn't actually help. They had no double block. And now I think we're just hoping for another. Yeah, Feather of Flight, why not? Oh. This actually isn't a great position for me, is it? Yeah, I'm just gonna take. I see no reason not to. My turn. Ooh. This turned into a really bad game. With not drawing any land. Or only drawing land. I need about 1 more piece of gas and then I'm home free, but now it's looking a little sketchy. I need to block one of these, so this has to survive. Yeah. I think I need to block one, have it survive long enough. That's fine. If you want to waste your turn doing that, be my guest. I think that's just the game. There we go. And there you go. We are out. The Horned Serpent had nothing on us. What a rank up. Up to normal. Constructed rank. Bronze to Mythic. Starts now. Alright. Daddy_Pounder is crazy. This is a family-friendly place. So I kept 7. This doesn't do anything until turn 2. It's not even a real turn 2. We're gonna keep this though. I only need 2 land. Yeah, that looks good. I think I have to play my scavenger here, but I think I'd rather have played Seamrip if they played something good. We are looking to Sheltered by Ghosts over Feather of Flight if they play something decent here. I think giving my guy protection is needed, which we're about to find out why when we get 2 for 1 here. This is This is ugly. This is so bad. Okay. And now we need a creature. Just lightning. That is an interesting one. I think I should just get it down to one goblin as soon as possible, because why not? Fake lots. I don't think I'm blocking. I have my Sheltered by Ghosts, which against red here, especially something that's playing goblins, is going to be really good. The gaining life plus basically giving myself ward 4. I need some special cards for that to work. Okay. I think the play is to get rid of the 2/2 here. But I think we can also maximize, try Feather of Flight. If we don't get it, we're still at 20. So life total is in no danger, don't need it to go up. Huge. We drew our land, which is awesome. That was exactly what we were looking for. We're gonna play our Feather of Flight. Ooh. Just kidding. We aren't going to Sheltered by Ghosts, we're going to Card Mage's Rescue up instead. And we're just going to go down some life here. It's fine, it's momentary. And we're really hoping that they play, try Lightning Bolt this, or I guess it's Bolt Lightning, right? Burst Lightning. If they Burst Lightning us here, that would be sweet. Then we get to block it in a bunch of different ways. Oh, that's actually not bad. What was that? 4, 10, 13. That's less fun than I wanted it to be. But this makes up for it. We'll get rid of the guy that gives haste out, like it's going out of style. Slap an ethereal armor on it, and that should just be game. Now, obviously not game, but I just gained 8 life. Or can you deal me 15 points of damage in the turn? And I have a way to protect my guy after the ward 4. So if you try to ward it out, it's not going to do anything. Okay. And Dragon Fodder is good for us here. We have ward 4, so I am not worried. I still win. And to the face. Hit him with a good game before we move to first strike. And it's a gone! There we are. Ooh, I was getting nervous there for a second. Just like the last game, it felt like we were out of it. We were still in it. Typically I'd give up by then, but that's facing real decks. We're still in the range where we can just wipe the floor with everyone. You know what? Let's jump in. Oh. You know, white's the best set color in the set. And none of these are all that good. Let's just go Fantastic Four. Why not? We're just looking to have fun here. It's not about winning or losing. We're just mixing it up. Really just trying to get draft as an option. Once it's an option, I'll be cool. Okay, this is a fine starting hand, I assume. I don't really know. We don't want this to be white, though. It's everything but black, so let's say blue. Agent Colton reporting for duty. No blocks is fine, there's plenty of combat tricks that exist, I believe. Alright, Agents of Shield. This also lets me tap and give counters to something. That was over web up or even the strategic intervention. Don't need it. I think next turn we're going to play the Helicarrier, because why not? I think it's just fun. Non-creature spells cast 1 last. That Iron Lad seems pretty good. Yeah, I think we're helicarrying it. Helicarrying it. But who's to say, really? Who's to say? Hour of Defeat Phil Coulson. Seems reasonable. I would probably make that play too. I kind of played one of the best limited bombs in the set, and you do have to kill it. Number 2 is questionable at best, but I don't really care. Let's give ourselves +1/+0. We're stuck on land, so maybe destroying Iron Lad would be better, but I'm fine just sticking with playing my game. Okay, 4/4 is solid. Number creature. That's a sorcery. Oh, what am I worried about? I can attack alone, no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna take the draw a card option. What am I thinking? Land isn't what I really wanted, but that's fine. They can block and lose their both biochemists probably. I'll just chomp. Or take, I guess. You do you. This is crew 6, so maybe that's what I need to... Oh, I can crew it and kill their Iron Lad if I really wanted right now. Ooh, the equipment deck. That seems fun. It's a draw 2 when it enters. I wish that was in the normal set. That would have been fun. You do not have good attacks, but you can try. Whenever a creature you attacks alone, it gains indestructible. Let's do this, actually. And we can put this on the field anyways. Alright, and they're down to 1. Oh, I mistapped. That's fine. I guess I should have called that white. That would have made a difference, I guess. Wasn't thinking of drawing Shield Spy Kit, but that doesn't much matter at this point. Back with everything, but really only one thing. That's fine. GG's. Good game. And we're back. Just had to take a quick little break there. I like playing these blind. I think that's fun. We're gonna get our 2 wins here. This is set up for 2-win mania basically, but I feel like when it comes down to it, I have the skills, I have the heart of the cards in mind, and I can win most even matchups. We are playing Danners, who's an Avenger. So this guy actually played a bunch. We have a Phil Coulson start again. I think that's good enough for me. This Peggy Carter, once we play Phil Coulson into Peggy Carter maybe. And then it'll have indestructible when it attacks. That would be pretty good. We're going to start off with the tap land because tap land is just easy. Oh, the Daily Bugle. That's an interesting card. I kind of like it. And we're playing another equipment monster. So, Quick Creature's Connive. Connive is draw a card, discard a card. And if it's a non-land card that you discard, remember attacks alone. Yeah, that's fine. I think we want to play Daily Bugle on its own turn, maybe. I don't think you want to just go up against Indestructible here. I was thinking about the web up. Don't think it's worth it. Unfortunately, I like web up. It's you know, Banishing Light, nice, fun, easy spell. Ooh. Oh, whenever a villain enters, they get to attach. That makes a lot of sense. I don't think I want to do that, but I do think I want to Banishing Light here. So we're gonna play this as red, because I know I have red cards in here. We're gonna Banishing Light this over Immortus, because Immortus I still have. Oh, I guess it could go off quickly, but if he wants to draw a bunch, Mr. Danners, he can. Yeah, he's just killing Phil. Which is probably the smart play. Can't fault him for that. Oh, I probably should have played the forest first, but that's fine. I think I'm just gonna kill this. Yeah, let's not even give him a chance to block. You can 1 mana something. What do you have for 1 blue? Nothing. Okay. So now I think we're gonna make treasures and discard. I should have played that forest. I played that incorrectly. Maybe not. Nick Fury wants me to draw a card. Dang it. Oh, depower. Never a bad time for that one. Whenever. So it connives as well. Oh, making it a 5/5. That is not what I wanted to see. Now I actually kind of need some help here. And he just soured. Oh, that's a good wombo combo there. That is no good for me. And you connive, so even more pseudo card draw, I would say. At least hard selection. I think Human Torch here makes sense. I control another hero, and it's a flyer. I don't think attacking with Peggy Carter, I don't have anything that really benefits me from that. And it deals 1 to an opponent. So next turn, deal 2. That'll be nice. Deal 2 into whatever Herbie gives me. Oh, and 3, because I'll filter with this. We are in good shape. This doesn't matter. Attacking alone, sure. You'll just need that extra hero. Yeah, I'll take 10. Not too worried about any of this. Okay, so there's 1. Here comes 2. I don't think I want that. To do that. Farseek. I do not need Farseek. Oh, that actually doesn't work. It might. Oh yeah, I can get 2. So, as long as I can block everything, I should be alright here. I think I just need them not to have a flyer, and I can draw 2 from Agent Sharon Carter. Like Peggy Carter, but actually in the set. So I win here. If they attack, I block. Play Sharon Carter, attack with Johnny Storm, and double draw. That is my win con. And they don't play a flyer. Oh, they lose a life there. That's interesting. So my path to victory is Johnny Storm, though. No. Maybe I should have kept the other flyer. No, I'm fine with my decision. I think it's the wrong one, but I think it also is fine. Okay. They connive and draw 3. That seems pretty broken. Good thing I got rid of their swordsman guy. Resolve. We're holding up, just pretending that we have something. We're gonna Paramorphic Expanse at the end of the turn, though. But that's why I'm letting it go, and I'm not paying crystal clear attention since it's not my turn. They realize they can't beat us, and we get it. See ya, Danners. And just like that, we win. Well, all I have to say is it's been great. Thanks for joining along the ride, and next time we will continue and work our way up from the bronze rank to, hopefully, by the end of the season, Mythic. Thanks for joining. This has been the Ladder Climber free to play, and I will see you next time.